let's see. Grizzly saying need to have backups. I'm not totally sure what you're referring to. If you're referring to need to have backup players, I'm just gonna go ahead and update the player list. And what are people saying in chat now? Probably more about the Protoss stuff. Oh, Shadowcurn, you're saying Vayne. You're Vayne. Okay, well, I mean that's what. I mean that is my advice for you. Yes, Raisin Kane, Day 9 shirt. Day 9 is like the love of my life. I idolize that man. Agathol saying you need to use force fields. The Buns, I mean, his third wasn't like super early, but it was the fact that the Terran wasn't going for a third. I don't know. It can definitely be scary. And yeah, force fields could have made a huge difference just because of the fact that you could have kept the entire Terran army back, as a matter of fact. I told you last week and I saw his army. PvC and PvP is my best matchup. I'm a late game player. Okay. Well, then that is my 2 cents at least. But yeah, Agathol, force fields definitely would have been a big thing there. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What do we have going on in this game? Well, we have another TVT on our hands. We have in the bottom left-hand corner the red Terran as the challenger. It is going to be KFC. And we have in the bottom right-hand corner, it is our current king, up 3 wins tonight. He's won every single game that has been played. It's our teal Terran who says KFC always beats him. It's Kugelsack. So, here we go. And yeah, Shadowcrone, the only other thing that I would think is like, I mean, I know, I don't know. Of course, again, I do not play Protoss. I played maybe at a diamond-ish level or platinum-ish level, but that would be mostly because of mechanical skill as opposed to knowing about the race. But to me, it just seemed like you might have tech switched a little quickly. You didn't have maybe quite as many Colossus as you would have wanted. And again, force fields would be good. But what is up? Well, it looks like people are already favoring Kugelsack to win, which makes sense. He is the king. Now, he is going to stop the SCV from escaping, and that kind of sucks for the SCV. Microing that Marine to the fullest of its potential so it doesn't die at that SCV. Is Kugelsack going to make another Marine? Well, we'll see in a second. What is KFC doing? He's going ahead and getting that gas running, which both players have, but Kugelsack getting a second gas running pretty quickly. And, of course, that is indicative of possibly a kind of 1-1-1-ish play, which is definitely possible versus another Terran player, or potentially Banshees and or Cloaked Banshees. A second gas this early would, from what I understand, be indicative more of at least Cloaked Banshees or a bigger tech play as opposed to maybe just like getting some Banshees mixed in with Marines. And here we go. KFC just has his 3 Marines chilling at the ramp, and he's actually going for Factory 2, and he actually has a second gas as well. So both players looking to get some pretty heavy gas plays, it seems. What's going to happen with that? Well, we have 3 Marines pushing out across the map compared to a Marine from Kugelsack. So he does have 2 more up here, and of course with that high ground advantage, those Marines should be good, but that Marine going to meet a very untimely demise. And there we go. We see a starport going down for him. Do we see any add-ons being built? Well, we see the tech lab that's probably going to be for a pretty quick siege mode. Of course, he needs about 10 more gas for that, and we're going to have to see, is he going for it? Well, we will see. What is KFC doing? Well, he's got the tech lab, he's got the reactor. He's not, however, building a starport. So it looks like from him, we might see some kind of a pretty early Marine tank push. Of course, Marines, tanks. And are we going to see Siege Mode? Yes, we do see Siege Mode coming out. So we might get this for Vikings, Medivacs. Who knows? I don't. I'm just looking at the chat right now. Two-port Banshee dies to 3 gate pressure. Yeah, I mean, obviously StarCraft is a hard game. You just need to work on practicing. Shadowcurn, maybe find a Terran player in Platinum-ish League that you could practice with. I could practice with you as Terran. I don't play Terran. I think I could do an okay job. But Turtle Boy saying you want a rematch versus Kugel. You can do that on your own time, but not here at the King of the Hill. It does look like he's going to be going ahead and getting out some Vikings with this. Has the meta back, and KFC landing the money scan. Sees what his opponent's up to. And at the same time, Kugelsack, so I'm going to scan you right back, sieging up this tank on the high ground. Whenever siege mode is done, looks like we're going to have a siege tank Hellion Marine drop coming in the back here. And I wonder if KFC suspects that. Well, I think he might have, because he's going ahead and building the supply depot play. Shadowcrone, just shh, 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 shh. People just try and calm down. It's frustrating. Let's not like discuss how to play the races anymore. Here we go. Kugelsack is going to be going out and doing these drops, sieging up the tank. Is he going to be able to do any work with these? Well, he may well be able to. Is there a siege tank? It is, but it's on siege now. Is this one going to move forward? We're going to have to see what's going to happen. Yeah, but no, I didn't mean to be harsh saying in the chat. But yeah, guys, just, yeah, Kugelsack, I would say, try not to take it personally. He's just trying to help. And if you don't want the advice, then definitely, that's totally fine, and everyone can stop. And Turtle Boy, I don't really think anyone can think that. And Kugelsack, so did he do much damage? I need to stop watching the chat. There's just like drama going off in there. I'm actually like tabbing out of that. So he did manage to kill 7 workers. No, wait. Yeah, Kugelsack did manage to kill 7 workers, following up with an expansion. So he has a pretty healthy worker lead, as a matter of fact. He's up by about 10 workers. Has he ahead in terms of tech or anything? Well, he already has the starboard out, which his opponent has not built anything out of it yet. I'm not sure how long he's had it up for. But yeah, Kugelsack definitely got himself a good bit of an advantage there. We see he's up by almost 20 supply. Adding on another barrack, so he's going to be going for that biomech style that is so prevalent in TVT these days, and so kind of still the normal, I guess I would say, in ZVT, or TVZ, I guess you would say, but of course that is also switching to mech a fair amount of the time. And oh my god, I almost knocked over my monster again. For those of you that were not watching, there's a time I knocked my monster onto my keyboard while doing this King of the Hill, and then the keyboard stopped working halfway through the King of the Hill. And that was the day we were featured on Team Liquid, so that was fun. But by the end, had almost 200 viewers, so that was pretty sweet. Cheers. That is some good energy drink. No, we are not sponsored by Monster. And what do we have happening here? Well, we have a Viking heading out. The Viking's just going to run over here. It's actually going to patrol, and this is a great decision. That will definitely prevent any drops from happening. The thing being, if you're focused on not letting a drop happen, then this can happen at your front, and that can definitely be dangerous. We had this tank actually not sieged up, which is crucial. If it was, he'd be able to hit these things, and he sees it. He sieges up. And is it going to be enough? Well, these tank positional battles are definitely tough. We see Kugelsack definitely has an advantage, and he has about a 20 supply advantage. Only about 6 of that is in workers, so he definitely has a supply advantage, and he of course has these Vikings, which will allow him to control the air, because of course siege tanks cannot see as far as they can shoot. That one kind of can. That one, well, yeah, okay, see, now these guys cannot actually see as far as they can shoot, and oh my god, the siege tank actually getting picked off. Kugelsack with some great play right here. He needs to be careful with those Vikings, but he can get some huge shots going off on those Marines. And here we go here. What is gonna happen? Kugelsack definitely making an advantage. Now I'm trying to, like, catch up on everything going on in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I drink these monsters almost solely for the King of the Hill. Actually, really solely for the King of the Hill, because it's kind of late at night. I get up early for work, and I know, of course, when you're casting, you need to be very enthusiastic. You need to be pumped. Now, the siege tank taking a fair bit of damage, but Kugelsack brings it back, and he says, hey, I can snipe my opponent's expansion. This is sweet. He goes ahead, he pulls the SCVs instead of maybe trying to repair it, but of course, you can also just lift it up. Now, this siege tank, it does not have the sight to kill this one, but it's going to die. So KFC actually in kind of bad shape now. He's down to only 1 siege tank, and now his opponent can actually get up the ramp and siege up outside his base. Kugelsack doing a great advantage, or doing a great job taking advantage of his air control and his Vikings to help him make this push forward. Now there's about to be 4 Vikings out for KFC, but Kugelsack is up to 6, so as long as he can retain that advantage for long enough to make it, he'll be in some great shape. And I must agree, rCraftGaming, Kugelsack is playing really, really well today. And here we go. He does have this one sieged up outside now. He can reach his opponent's barracks and his supply depot. It looks like there is going to be an engagement now. The Marines running from the ramp and getting slaughtered. Oh my god. And KFC leaves without the GG. Now I see Turtle Boy telling